Hello. Happy Sunday Sunday. Everyone's looking lovely. It's so nice to be together. We're missing two. I just wanted to discuss something that has been impacting, especially my little sister this week. And it's something that I wonder what percentage of people have this. Honestly, I think it's more something that Americans are drawn to. I don't know that in other cultures, people treat this as particular and as special and as loving as many Americans do. But what I want to talk about is pets.
Aww.
So we have several pets, and I always was really against getting a dog, especially because, as you all know, I have 4 kids. And what I didn't want to worry about, what I didn't want my kids to go through is loss at such a young age. Because, dogs can live anywhere from 7 to 15 years. Some people have turtles as pets and they live really, really long. We started with birds because birds can live anywhere from like 7 to 11 years. And so we have 2 beautiful doves that you've all heard in the background. And they are lovely pets. I mean, they're beautiful to look at, to hang out with. You can't really like squeeze them and cuddle them, but they're lovely. It's something for the kids to take care of. So that has gone really, really well. But loss is really difficult with pets. And I know that, Paula, you can speak to this. Recently you guys lost a kitty cat, little Stanley Tucci. And that has been very, very challenging on my little sister. And this last weekend, they decided to go ahead and go get another cat. And I have been bombarded with photos and videos, and she is just beside herself, so happy. And
she's so happy.
And she really needed this because she's just been so sad about losing Stanley. So I just want to know what you girls think about pets, because, in other cultures, they don't like pets. They don't see animals as pets. They see animals as like a burden. They're on the streets. They're in the way. They're dirty. Some people don't like their pets in the house. Some people like dogs only to be, like watchdogs and, take care of the household. And which is how we started with dogs. I'm like, oh, my dog will never be in like a Christmas photo. But there are some people that treat their pets like a part of the family. They dress them up. I mean, Paula, you can speak to this with Lizzie. So I just want to hear what you guys think about pets.
Very interesting. I'll talk about it. So I have friends and family who have animals as pets, especially dogs. My brother lost his dog last year and he was super attached to her. The dog was like her firstborn, over pampered. Every time I would travel from the United States, I would take a bag full of things that people usually want for their child for his dog.
For the dog?
And for me, yeah. And I'm like, what? Dog shampoos, dog food. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I never grew up with pets. But
I'm sorry, you said your brother in India?
My own brother, yes, my real brother.
Okay.
And when he lost her, she was old. She was about 17 years, very old. And it was very hard for my brother. I'm very thankful I was there in India when that happened, but he till date has not been able to process it. So his dog's name was Apple. He planted many apple trees in India when, in the dog park. And then he also got a tattoo of Apple and him. So I guess some people are really crazy. And I have another friend who has a dog and her dog's name is Charlie. And they celebrate birthday as if they're celebrating a child's birthday. The invitations go out, the dog cut a cake. And I'm like, what is wrong? But yeah, I do. I have, and these are the people that I grew up with, crazy for their pets.
Wow. See, there's definitely extremes. There's definitely extremes in both directions.
I'm with you, Caroline. We didn't grow up with pets. And I also had the feeling of I never want a dog. I mean, I always liked dogs. I thought they were cute and I wanted to pet them, but I never wanted to own a dog. I'm very neat. I'm very clean and not really so neat and so clean anymore, honestly, because the dogs are messy. Dogs are messy, but fell in love. And my daughter basically broke me when she moved out of the house and eventually moved back in with a dog. And at first I was like, no, dog's got to go. I don't want a dog in the house. And I actually, when she needed to move back home, but I made her get rid of Milo. Milo is our first dog. So Milo went to live with one of her friends for a while. And then eventually he came back. I don't remember what transpired, but eventually he came back. And now Milo's been in my life since 2013 and I love him. I love him I love him. And from then on, we got another dog because we didn't want Milo to be alone because we were, of course, always working and out of the home. So it wasn't fair for Milo to be alone. So Milo had a sister. And then we got another one with 3 dogs. And at one point, the companion that we got for Milo, her name was Primrose. She lived for 7 years and she got diagnosed with a tumor on her lungs. So I lost her, and that was devastating, absolutely devastating, because Primrose was my dog, and I don't think she was just a dog. You guys, I don't know if you've ever heard the word familiar. Some people say that we all have a familiar, and it's not a pet. It's somebody who is like deeply connected to you, and it's she or he is yours. And from the moment Primrose came into our life, she was mine. She was my protector. And I feel like my husband's dog, Chucho, is his familiar. Very in tune to his emotions. My husband has struggled with depression, and Chucho's very in tune to that. And he'll sit next to him and put his head on his lap and be with him. Very, very in tune. And I remember there were times when I'd be like in the kitchen, doing dishes, and I wouldn't hear her. But all of a sudden, I'm at the kitchen sink doing my things, and then I'm wiping down the counter, and I turn around and she's right there. Like I almost step on her. And she's not facing me, she's facing out, always on the watch, taking care of me. So to lose that, it was devastating. And you talked about Stanley Tucci. So we had 2 kitties, 2 little strays that we took in, brother and sister, and one was Honey and one was Stanley. And Stanley, we live in New Mexico, our cats are allowed to go outside, and Stanley got attacked by something. He fought for his life. He was a little lion. He fought for his life. Came home, didn't make it, but he was the sweetest cat. He truly was the sweetest, cuddliest little cat that I've had a few cats in my life, but Stanley was just really, really special. And he would go basically from our house to Samantha and my mom's house and would hang out there, and he just would cuddle with anyone. And so Samantha definitely had a special connection with him because he was just so loving. And so to have lost him tragically, and unfortunately, I was traveling when this happened. So Stanley was with Samantha and my husband when he passed away. It's a lesson that kids have to learn. And obviously our sister isn't a kid, but in certain ways she is in her mind, she is a kid. So to have gone through that loss was very devastating for her. And she's also, Minu talked about getting a tattoo of Stanley to commemorate him. My daughter's fiance had a poodle that he loved, had Lammy for many years. And I don't know if you've noticed, Carolina, but he has a tattoo of Lammy on his arm. So yes, losing those pets, gosh, they bring you so much joy though. They bring you love, and they bring you laughter, and they bring you companionship, and they're silly. And when you watch them get their zoomies, and the way those dogs greet me every time I come home, it's like I've been gone, like I've been on a journey for the last 10 years, and they're like, you're finally home, and they're licking and they're jumping, and we don't deserve them. We don't deserve them. I've heard a story about that God made this companion on the last day, and some angel was walking with him, but God, you haven't given this creature a name, and God says he will be. And I wish I could remember the exact lines, but he basically says, I'm going to give him my name and name him Dog, God backwards. So yeah, they're wonderful.
I had not heard that. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm
It's
surprised
devastating
that you
to
said
listen.
that, but there are people who are so attached to their animals. Like I have even friends here in US for whom their dogs are just an inch shorter than having a child.
Mhm.
They'll take their dog to daycare. Like Raghav dog sits all the time. My friend's dog, Casper. And the way she's attached, the way she's like, oh, it's his dinner time. I need to be home by now. And, we'll take him for his bath, nail. And, I'm like pedicures, and I'm like, what? And, but there are people for whom their dog is like their child. And sometimes the attachment is unreal. I definitely know dogs are intuitive for sure. The way they feel your energy is unbelievable. But some people have very unhealthy attachments as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Shannon, did you have pets growing up?
I did. We had, mostly my mom had Bichons most of the time, and she loved her Bichons. Marie, she was so spoiled. when my mom passed away, Marie would just sit in her chair. And when she saw me, when I went to Texas after my mom passed away, Marie got so excited. She was jumping all over the place, because my mom was in Colorado for a while, and I would always come and I'd bring her food. I'd take her for walks and stuff. But yeah, we had Bichons, and then we had a dog named Ginger that we got in Hawaii when we lived in Hawaii, and she was a Hawaiian dog, and we landed in Minnesota from Hawaii in November, and Ginger freaked out in the terminal because it was freezing. Because when you try to take her outside, and she just ran through the terminal, pooped and peed in the terminal. She wasn't used to that kind of weather. She'd never seen snow before. So we had Ginger for a while, and then yeah, I had pets growing up. I don't have any pets now. I think kind of follow the same thing that you had mentioned. I'm kind of, the cleanliness is a thing for me. I don't like hair all over my stuff. I don't want dirt, and dogs lick everything. They eat poop, and I don't want their unwiped butt on my bed. But I will say there are a few pets that I do like. Carolina has a little pet, and I just feel like she just talks to me, and I just really I feel like she waits for me. She makes me feel special.
Is it Nola?
Yes. Yeah. And because when
They're
I'm there,
funny.
she'll come and hang out with me, and she's really cool. I feel like she's trying to talk to me, and I enjoy talking to her.
It's so cute.
So, and really, what's kind of pushed me away from pets too is their owners. It's not really pets themselves. It's that the owners don't have boundaries with their pets. When I go to a restaurant, I don't want your dog coming up to me while I'm trying to eat. I think that's disrespectful, and I actually have fear of big dogs. And so owners need to remember, hey, not everybody is really comfortable with pets. My tenants have like 4 chihuahuas, and I went in there one time, and one of them bit the back of my calf. So now when I go over there, I'm like, put your dogs away. It's the owners, but the dogs are doing their job. They don't know me.
Yeah, exactly. They have
So,
animal instinct. It's undeniable.
But I have actually, what's funny is your guys' sister, she sent me pictures of the cat too.
Oh, yes.
She had. And I was like,
She's so happy.
so cute. Yes. So I've gotten pictures of your mom and the cat. And yes, it's cute. It's a cute little kitten.
Yeah.
But I have thought, like, when I get land, I would like to have dogs, because I was in an apartment for a long time, and I didn't think that it was fair for a dog to be in an apartment. And then you guys know that, I got into a relationship, and that man is allergic to everything. So even though I had a big backyard, I couldn't have a pet. But when I get land, I would like to have 2 Rottweilers or 2 German Shepherds, and let them have free. I build a shed for them with air conditioner. Like, I want them to be comfortable, and I want them to run free. I don't want to keep them trapped. But I have actually thought recently about getting a cat too, but I travel so much because, cat people live longer than dog owners. Did you know that? Because cats provide so much comfort. They help people relax. They provide a
The
lot.
purring.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think all pets are magical. I had a bird, Angel. Do you remember Angel? I had
I
a
do remember
cockatiel,
Angel.
and
That was
she
a sweet
was
little
my
bird.
bird too. Like, she would perch on my shoulder. She was Lizzie's bird too. She would bathe with Lizzie. Lizzie would take her in the shower, and she'd
Oh,
get
really?
under the shower, and
Is
she'd
it in the
sit up.
same house where you were living in Denver?
It was in Aurora.
Aurora. Yes, I remember.
Do you remember Angel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your bird. Yes.
So, yeah, Lizzie would take her in the shower, and she would spread her little wings out in the shower.
They love it. My daughter used to do that with our birds too when she was still living here. Yeah. They absolutely love it. They love the humidity and the moisture. They don't like the direct water, but yeah, they prune and they like to bathe too. Yeah, birds are cool.
I think birds are cool too. My dad had a bird in Italy, and he named the bird Sylvester because he thought it was always unfair that Sylvester the cat could never get Tweety. So, and I did grow up with birds, actually, cockatiels. My stepdad had some, and they were really cool. They just kind of hang out. One of my favorite pets though that I've had were ferrets.
Oh,
So fun, and they were just really cool, and I really enjoyed having ferrets. I was in a relationship one time when we broke up. I had to leave all the ferrets with him. I was so sad.
You missed the ferrets.
Yes,
That's so
ferrets have
cute.
my own personal rodents,
most people squirm when I say this, but Lizzie always had pet rats because we when it was just me and her, I didn't want a dog. Same reason, working all the time, not being home. She wanted to have pets. And she had read the Poppy books and she wanted a pet rat. And rats don't live that long because they're usually, a lot of inbreeding and most of them are sickly. So I don't know how many rats we had. I think we probably went through 6 or 7 or 8 rats. But they were also very cute and very, she would carry them and she'd put them in her pocket and they'd be crawling on her back. And she loved her pet
She
rats.
loved their rats.
Yeah, they really were quite sweet.
Do they get bathed? Do they bathe themselves?
They
Do you
bathe
put them in
themselves. They
water?
groom.
Yeah,
They
they're
groom
actually
themselves
very
like
clean.
cats.
I remember my son got a rat from his school. They used to pet a rat, and they would put them in a ball so that the rat could run all over in the ball. And I'm like, what? And they would have their own little cage,
Like a little
wheel.
hamster wheel. Yeah.
Yes, hamster wheel. And I remember the rat was so noisy at night, and I was like, I can't wait for this rat to leave. And Raghav would volunteer every time just to bring that rat home.
Made him happy.
Paula, have
Have
you
you-
talked about your grandchildren?
Well, I do. I don't have grandchildren.
Grandpups.
I have
Your
granddogs.
grandpups.
Yes, I have granddogs.
That's why I
So
was
my-
surprised when you said that Lizzie wasn't allowed to have the dog, because you sent us all a picture with bragging about your grandpups or your granddogs.
Yeah. So I think, not having dogs growing up, Lizzie always wanted dogs. And she's like, when I move out, when I'm older, I'm gonna have dogs. And so of course we had Milo, still have Milo. And then when she moved to Atlanta with her fiance, she has all these breeds of dogs that she wants to get, but she has loved dachshunds. So they have 2 dachshunds now, and those are my grand dogs. I even, if I can post it, if I can find it, I'll post it. But probably a lot of you moms out there saved like some kind of outfit that your daughter or your son wore and that you would hope to pass down to your grandbaby. So I have my
is so funny.
daughter's dress that she wore on her first birthday. I held on to it forever and forever, thinking that one day my granddaughter would wear it. So my granddaughter has worn that dress, and I will post a picture when I edit this
And
video.
Lizzie even bakes them cakes. She bakes the dogs cakes.
My mom was very adamant
It's
about
so
healthy
funny.
food. My mom gave Bella turkey, real turkey meat with vegetables and stuff in it. She was very good about that. She loves her puppies.
What happened to your mom's dog after your mama died?
So Yolanda, I should have said her name, but my sister found another Bichon owner, and Bella fit right in. She was the tiniest of them all, but the owner would send some pictures of Bella dressed up, really cute, like the 3 Musketeers. They're all 3 the little puppies next to each other, So it was, and I'm glad that my sister made the effort to find a good home for her, because if I wasn't with who I was married to, I would have taken her. I would have her right now, but she's probably in a better place. She's got little puppies to play with and keep her youthful.
Yeah.
That's important. It's important for them to have friends.
Absolutely.
Milo used to go to doggy daycare when he was little. Lizzie worked at a doggy daycare, so he would get to go to doggy daycare. And
Have you seen those videos of those buses that come and pick up dogs, and the dogs
I
are so
love
excited?
those videos.
They're running up to the bus, and the bus driver,
What?
and they're just like clawing to get on the bus, and
No
bus driver,
way.
yes, they're so cute. And these dogs look forward to their bus ride to their daycare every day. They go and they're on the bus with their little puppy friends. It is so cute.
It's
That's
adorable.
That is just an example of how you can't say personality because they're not a person, but what they have, and they have feelings too. They make connections too. And so when I see those videos, my heart just warms. And then one more thing I'm going to tell you. There is a place, and people sit in this waiting room and they let the dog find the owner. It's not the owner that finds the dog. The dog will find its owner. I'm going to find those videos. Have you
Wow.
seen those, Paula?
I've
That's
heard
so
about it.
cool.
It's AI.
Like to
Is it all AI? I don't
Most
know.
of them are
Yeah,
AI.
but-
If you watch really closely, you can tell that they're AI.
Okay, I'm going to double check.
I mean, I'd
because
love that if that's real. I think
me
it's amazing.
too. That would be really nice, because I think it's
Mm.
we're talking about pets having instincts. They should be able
They-
to choose who they want to go home with.
There was one movie, very famous, Hachi. Have you seen any one of you?
so good. It's so good. It's so sad, but oh my gosh, that movie is incredible.
Yeah,
This
the
dog goes all around looking for his owner. It's so
yeah,
beautiful.
Yep.
It's so
He would
beautiful.
drop his owner every day to the train
Train
station,
station.
And when, he died, he would go every day to that train
And wait.
station in the hope that the owner would come back.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It was
Yeah.
such a sad movie, but it's so
Sad movie.
good. And it's a true story, too. They have like a
great
statue of him
movie.
somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great movie. So
What's that one story? It's not Balto. It's the dog sledding one.
It isn't Balto?
No, Balto is the one who there is a movie with him, but Balto is the one who brought the vaccines to the town, but he didn't do the major part of the work. It was a dog before that. And then there's this true story. It's on Disney. It's a great family movie. This dog was just all over the place. And the owner is like, I can't handle this dog. But it's that dog who did the major leg of the work for the vaccines. And Balto got all the credit. Balto got the statue in New York. But it was this dog who did most of the work. It's a beautiful story.
Interesting.
I don't remember.
I'm going
Even
to
the politics behind pets. Man.
Like whoever is listening to us, if you have any dog pictures or any crazy story, please post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tag
share
us.
them with us. We'd love to see them.
Share your babies with us. We love
Yeah.
them. What a great
So
topic.
anyway, it
Sister.
was a silly topic that came to mind because my sister's just been so impacted. My little sister's been so impacted by this little kitten that they just adopted, little Mateo. And she just was so funny even about naming him. She's like, she literally had like a list of names, like how mamas do when they're pregnant. And yeah, it's just really special how little fur babies can touch our lives and, bring us closer together and make us feel hope and make us feel alive again. Yeah.
Absolutely.
My
So
my
I
friend
just wanted to
Patricia,
chat about that really quick.
that's a good, interesting topic. My friend Patricia had 2 pocket dogs, Gus and Boo. And I remember the day she passed away, a day before her dog passed away.
Mm.
Yeah. Like dog,
Wow.
they have intuitive energies. They are just amazing.
That's beautiful. Connection.
So actually, I'm sorry. I'm just going to jump back to that. It was Togo. Togo went 260 miles with the serum. They passed it on to Balto, did the final 55-mile stretch. Nobody knew about Togo.
Well,
Thank you, Togo, for saving Nome, Alaska.
Yes. And the terrain was very bad at the time. It was a Siberian husky. I remember Lena had a husky. It was such a
did. Nala. Yes, you remember Nala.
She was
so
sweet.
special.
Mhm.
She was so special. She was so good with the kids.
Beautiful
Pets.
beautiful dog. Yeah. Good topic, Lena.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love your pets.
Love your pets.
Even the
Love
one
each
who
other.
doesn't have pet have stories about pet.
Yes.
We don't have pets.
They
You know what
impact us.
All right, girls. Well, thank you for joining. Love your pets and
And share,
Happy Sunday.
comment.
yes, share and comment and happy Sunday Sunday.